Going live in 30 seconds. Live in 20 seconds. Live in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now it's time for Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network. For a full list of games to be broadcast, the platforms those games will be broadcast on, and the sponsors that support this event, please visit listenlikealocal.com and click on the Powell County Sports Network banner on the home page. Select games will be broadcast on a combination of platforms, including 104.9 FM The Pickup, NFHS Network, WSKV-FM on Facebook Live, at Powell County Sports Network on YouTube, and streaming audio accessible on any internet-connected device. Just say, "Hey Google, Siri, or Alexa, play Pickup Country 104.9 FM," or visit listenlikealocal.com. Powell County Pirate Athletics broadcast is made possible by great sponsors, but to continue to bring you the many high-quality broadcasts, we need your help. If you own a business or are part of an organization, church, or nonprofit and would like to support the broadcast of the Powell County Pirate Sports while promoting your brand to loyal listeners like you, just give us a call, 606-663-2811. Don't forget, you can directly support Powell County Pirate Athletics by purchasing an annual subscription to the NFHS Network at nfhsnetwork.com. You can also directly support your Powell County Pirates by attending games in person. Get your tickets at the GoFan app. You can also find links to NFHS Network and the GoFan app at the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com. And now, let's join our PCSN broadcast team live at the game.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Powell County Sports Network coverage of Powell County High School athletics. Ken Simon along with David Faulkner, Ethan Moore, and Katie Moore as we are here at the Powell County Lady Pirates softball field as the Powell County Lady Pirates face off against the Buckhorn Wildcats. Lady Wildcats, as Lady Wildcats coming in with a record of 4-9 on the season. They are coached by Jamie Mullins, and the Powell County Lady Pirates coming in with a record of 3-6 on the season, coached by Christina Powell. These two teams faced off on March the 19th, as the Lady Pirates ended up winning that game 18-4. That was about a month ago, roughly. At this point, the Lady Pirates picked up a couple of wins since then, and we'll see how things turn out. A lot of cloud cover here tonight. Not expecting any rain by any means, but at the same time, a beautiful evening, just like we had last night, other than our sun delay for the Powell County Pirates baseball team. But the field looks in really good shape, David. The Lady Pirates are in their black uniforms with red, and Buckhorn in their purple and black as well.
I'd say they've done some good work to the field. Looks like it's in good shape. It again, always could use a little moisture. It's always a bit better shape. It's probably a little bit dusty tonight, but should be a good game. The field looks like it's in great shape. We don't have some, as we talked about the upper, we don't have our running lanes drawn or catcher's box drawn.
Yeah, mentioned that, didn't they?
Yeah, they they're from the 10th region, so they're a little bit following their rules that they have to go by, and I understand that, but normally in the 14th, we don't have to go by some of the same rules.
Make them up as you go along.
Make them up as we go. So we do in the 14th region.
All right, at this point, let's go on and set the starting lineups for you for the Powell County Lady Pirates. On the mound will be number 1, Kenzie Witt. Over at first base for the Lady Pirates, number 24, Taylor Sloan. At second base, number 45, Marty Kirk. Over at third base, number 21, Zaylee Strange. Shortstop, number 8, Ella Napier. Over in left field for the Lady Pirates, number 5, Maddie Kincaid. Center field, number 4, Emma Risen. And in right field, number 23, Brooklyn Sloan. And the designated player, number 29, Kylie Schick. And for Buckhorn, we'll start with them out on the field at this point. Pitching will be number 8, Reagan Mayhew. Over I didn't even say who the catcher was, did I? For the Lady Pirates, number 2, Presley Eplin. I don't know how I missed that. So pitching for Buckhorn will be number 8, Reagan Mayhew. Behind the plate, number 27, Jalen Turner. Over at first base, number 17, Lila Wooten. Second base, number 5, Molly Mullins. Over at third base, number 7, Hayden Owens. Shortstop, number 0, Haley Blank. Over in left field, number 34, Haley Stidham. Center field, number 18, Macy Fields. And in right field, number 42, Caitlin Campbell. And for the Lady Pirates, again, on the mound, Kenzie Witt. David, when you look at her stats, she's had 2 starts. Actually, she's had 1 start.
Only 1 start, yeah.
1 start, 3 innings pitched, gave up 9 hits, 16 runs, 17 earned runs, 15 walks, 4 strikeouts, an ERA of 39.67. But
bring it down some tonight, right?
Yeah, but you know as well as I do, we've talked about this throughout the years, even when you were coaching. At this point, it is so hard to find girls that are willing to step on the mound and pitch, and you're not going to necessarily pick it up overnight by any stretch.
Well, Kenzie's one that we had Kenzie for a couple of years, and she's been injured, had some knee issues, had surgery. Really hasn't got to pitch as much as we needed her to in the past. Last year, she got she got a little sick last year and had to miss part of the season, and really didn't have her to depend on. This year, she came back, and she's throwing quite a bit harder. When I watch her warm up, she's throwing the ball harder than she was last year, so she's picked up a little velocity. Probably had a little bit more work in this year, and where she's got ready to go. But for her, it's just a control issue, whether she can throw strikes or, those kinds of things. And I think the one game that she did start, I don't think she went more than an inning before Schick came back in. But the one thing good about the way the softball rules go, Kenzie's starting out here as the flex player, which she can go in and out multiple times. With Kylie Schick being the DP, she can kind of do the same thing. They can replace each other several times, and it's not a substitution for those players. So that's the one little idiosyncrasy with softball. You do have the flex in the DP, where you don't have that in baseball. You have a designated hitter, but that's for one particular player, and they're pretty much limited on what they can do. But the flex player can do quite a bit more.
So let's see how things go here for the Lady Pirates. It's been a while, actually, since we've seen them, a couple of weeks. Yeah. Well, spring break was thrown in earlier in the month. They played away for a bulk of the schedule.
Yeah, I got to see them Saturday versus Lee County, and other than that, it's been about it for me as well.
Now stepping up to the plate, number 27, Jalen Turner, the catcher for the Lady Wildcats. It's a pitch, and there's a grounder down to third. Strange will get it, throw to first, and they'll make the play. 5-3 ground down on the first pitch swing for Turner.
I like to see those first pitch swings again. And Kenzie, if she can throw it around the plate, you keep your defense on their toes. That's what you want to see. You want to see strikes. You want to see the ball being played.
Now stepping up to the plate, Haley Blank, the shortstop, number 0. First pitch is a called strike.
Looks a little more locked in with the batter up there, Ken.
We don't have any stats for the Buckhorn players. No stats recorded. Swing and a miss on a foul tip. Right into the glove of Presley Eplin, the catcher for the Lady Pirates. Again, no stats for them throughout the season, so don't really have any idea as far as their season averages. Pitch on the inside is going to miss for a ball.
Good miss that time, and on the toes of Blank.
1 ball and 2 strikes. We are on Facebook Live and YouTube for those that are tuning in with us. Here's the pitch. Pop fly is going to be short center field, and rising almost with a spectacular catch. Instead, the player will make it to second on a double. She had to come a long way. That was going to be a tough catch regardless. She dove at it and just didn't quite get there, but loved the effort.
Well, normally she plays more shallow center field. That time, like you said, she was a little deeper and just could not make that play. It looked like she tripped a little bit before she got to the ball.
I would agree with that. Yeah, almost like she stepped into a little hole or something.
And there's something out there.
Now stepping up to the plate, the pitcher, number 8, Reagan Mayhew. First pitch is called strike.
Right down Broadway.
So runner at second here in the top of the first. Buckhorn with an opportunity here with a runner in scoring position. Here's the play. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Took a little bit off that pitch, but that was a nice, more of a changeup down low. Looked like a really good pitch to the hitter, and by the time she swung,
it dropped
way
didn't
under the bat.
it?
Yeah.
Definitely a good pitch. Here's the 0-2. Be down in the dirt for a ball.
Well played by Eplin.
Looks like she's held on to that one just a little bit too long on her release point. 1-2. Here's the pitch. I'll pull that one foul down the third baseline. It's amazing to me as far as this year, the games that we've covered, it doesn't matter if it's boys or girls, the crowds are so quiet.
Yeah.
So quiet this year. I don't know why. I don't know what's
we're
happening.
We're muffled
so
a little
quiet.
bit, but we can still hear pretty well.
Well, I'm trying to
Yeah.
talk softly. That way we're not an interruption. Going ball on the inside. 2-2. Yeah, I feel like we're broadcasting golf. Yeah. Speaking of golf, I'm sure you were loving that on Sunday.
Tell you
right,
what,
the
that was
Masters?
some excitement right there.
That was some excitement. Agreed. Here's the 2-2. Grounded fair.
Yep.
Sure did. It hit right in. They're going to score a run. It's going to go all the way down to second, and a stand-up double and the RBI by Mayhew.
We'll replace the runner at second base. Nice hit. One hopper. Again, that's the softball field effect, if you will. One of the
Gonna get
Curtis
a
runner
Curtis,
coming in
yep.
for the pitcher. Number 11.
That is Olivia Richardson.
All right.
Yeah, that was just sharply hit. And
One
just
hopper.
inside, just inside the line.
Yeah, I mean, it was clearly one hopper over Zaley's head and then about a foot inside the line at third base and on down beyond the foul pole. And played in by Kincaid, and there's nothing she could do other than hold her to second.
Yeah, and when it hit and took that hop, it went way left
Oh, yeah.
at our view at that point. So
Down in the foul territory, but
yeah, Kincaid did a nice job of hustling down there.
Yep.
It was going to be an easy stand-up
Easy
double
double.
anyway,
Yep.
regardless. So runner again over at second. Buckhorn leading 1-0 here. Stepping up to the plate, number 17, Lila Wooten, first baseman.
these two teams had played early in the year. Powell County was victorious, but it was only, I think, by a few runs.
18-4, actually.
Oh, that's a few more than I thought.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-0. High pitch for a swing and a strike.
I'm wondering on my way down there, do you throw Schick again tonight, or do you go with Witt? I thought there's a possibility we might see Kinsey. So
Here's the 1-1. There's
Yep,
a strike
around
on the
the corner.
outside corner. Yep.
actually caught quite a bit of
Pitch.
plate. Presley set up more inside,
1-2.
and that ball was clearly on the outside edge of the plate.
Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Nice job by Eplin to stay in front of that one, even the count at 2-2. It's amazing the difference from this field to the city park,
Oh,
the
yeah.
baseball
Yeah.
field here. We're literally, not even 10 feet probably
Yeah.
to home plate.
If that.
And there were, there were like, 20 plus.
And, they talk about sometimes even the players talk about how they can hear us at the baseball field.
Yeah.
When they're hitting
Yeah.
or whatever. But these guys can likely hear what we're saying.
Well, they block us out, which is a good thing, right?
It is. Yeah.
Full count.
That's what players do.
Gonna miss. Gonna get the walk.
Now you can't handle the free walks. Learned that last night at the baseball game as well. That's really a couple innings that caused Powell County some problems.
Yeah.
But again, leadoff base runners again our problem. But this time we got the first batter out. But problems have ensued since then.
Now stepping up to the plate, number 7, Hayden Owens, the third baseman. The pitch. Gonna miss low.
This is what you would call one of those big inning alerts, right here. One out, busy bases,
1-0 with one
and
out.
a raindrop just hit me.
You're just joking.
Just
There's a chopper down to third. Nice job by Strange. Going to get one. Throw to first. Long throw. Out.
Got her.
Oh, I thought she tagged her before she went by.
If they'll ask, they may get a different response. Okay, so we're
Not gonna
out
do it.
at third base.
So that's out number 2. That will send Wooten down to second. Owens will reach first on a fielder's choice.
Umpire put him back in the dugout over on our side. So fielder's choice will be the call on the put out at third. Nice play again by Strange at third base.
Yeah, runners on the corners,
I'm
and
about
that went
to
right off the
jump.
plate.
Right back here, does a lot of weird spin on that ball.
So the foul tip that time by number 34, Haley Stidham, the left fielder. Runners at first and second for the Lady Wildcats, leading 1-0 here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was a good pitch.
Right down Broadway with that
Yeah.
one.
May have been a little bit too low sometimes for some players, right?
Yeah, but it's not. The Cutlass want to get that one. But take that to right field. Just a good pitcher's pitch.
Here's the 0-2.
That
There's
one.
a strike. She'll get the strikeout. The Lady Wildcats will get one run across. They'll strand two. We'll take a quick break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Kaylee Carroll, Marketing Director for CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our 7 convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, London, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about. Or visit us online at www.cg.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loan subject to approval. Contact an employee for further information about applicable fees and terms.
I love playing sports, especially for my school. And that's because school sports are special. It's where it's safe to fail. It's where we're taught resilience, where our fear becomes confidence. It's where we learn to get back up after every fall. School sports are where 7.8 million students go from I can't to I can.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome to the Powell County High School and the weather alert coming in. Just looking at it, and looks like we got a big old line of showers maybe coming our way.
Well, it will not. Stay away.
I'm just saying.
Come back another day.
That's what she just showed me. We're getting those regulars at 10 foot up, I do believe. Emma Rising's lead off for the Pirates as the Buckhorn Wildcats score 1 in the top of the first inning with a couple doubles. And then a couple nice defensive play by the Pirates and a strikeout to end the inning. But for Powell County, it'll be Emma Rising to lead things off for the Pirates. Emma coming into tonight's game. Emma hitting the ball really well this year at the 400 clip for the Pirates.
So here we are at the bottom of the first. There's a called strike. I hope she throws the ball right here because I've already messed up my put it in the wrong box.
I just stopped putting balls and strikes in there.
On the inside.
Take one for the team there, Emma.
Thanks. I appreciate her actually helping me out here on my, getting my.
See, we got hit by a couple raindrops and told Ethan, and then now he's putting us at 10.
Yeah, that's it. He's done.
Looking at that radar, we don't have much of a choice. Oh. Foul back right at us, and
did you flinch?
I didn't flinch. I was flinching for our guys putting up this 10. It got darker for us real quick, didn't it?
It did.
Thanks for the guys helping us. Roy, Mr. Christensen, and also Ethan putting up that 10 for us.
2 balls and 1 strike to Emma Rising, the center fielder. Leadoff hitter here for the Lady Pirates, bottom of the first. There's the pitch on the inside, going to miss. Even the count at 2-2.
Roy, Mr. Christensen, and also Ethan putting up that 10 for us.
The center fielder, leadoff hitter here for the Lady Pirates, bottom of the first. There's the pitch on the inside, going to miss. Even the count at 2-2.
Take one.
You did, yeah. So far, on the mound is Reagan Mayhew. Right to the third baseman.
Just didn't get to catch a whole lot of that one.
Third baseman, Hayden Owens. Out number 1, now stepping up to the plate. Number 23, the right fielder, Brooklyn Sloan. He's going to foul that one off. The first pitch on the first base side for strike 1.
Brooklyn's got a really good bat. Just it's good to see her back after another shoulder surgery in the off season, and good to see her back out here playing.
Batting .240 on the season. Here's the pitch. High pop fly. Could be trouble. Oh, gonna just missed it. That's a good effort that time by Jalen Turner.
Totally agree. I didn't think it had a chance staying in the
I
field
didn't
of
either.
play.
No. Turned her glove over, but at that point, by the time she kind of turned over and was able to
Battle
try
the
and
fence
catch it,
and
to
the
just
block concrete and the.
not that it blew back in, but kind of. 0-2. Gonna miss ball low and inside. Making the count 1-2 now with one out. On deck, number 8, the shortstop, Ella Napier. Here comes the pitch from Mayhew. High pop fly to center field.
Could be a tough play.
Could be a tough play. And she's going to get over at first. Again, had to come a long way to the center fielder.
That ball
Macy
probably
Fields.
is an easier catch for either the second baseman or shortstop. But that ball drops in between, what is it, that nether triangle out there in between all three. Looks like Megan's going down and find her an umbrella as well since she sees Ethan put up the tent.
Just off the edge of the grass, really. I mean, she had to come a long way, and it was a high pop fly nonetheless. And the runner goes to second.
Ball one. I actually went behind Napier.
So she'll advance on the passed ball. A miss.
Ella coming to bat this year again at a .576 clip on the season, 19 hits on the season, 24 RBIs, 3 home runs on the season.
Here's the pitch. Right up the middle. The run will score easily. She's going to get to second. She might even stretch it out to 3. And she's going to. And she'll get a stand-up triple.
Well, I'm going to give her a single on a 2-base error, but
well, there you go.
What you want. Definitely get the RBI nonetheless.
Sloan will score, so we're all tied up at 1 apiece. Now stepping up to the plate, the third baseman, number 21, Zaylee Strange, going to miss on the first pitch for ball 1. Zaylee coming in with a batting average of .375 on the season.
She's much more comfortable with the bat, it looks like, this year. Had some shoulder issues last year as well.
Going to miss ball 2.
She's got a really good eye at the plate. She's very selective when she gets up there.
Yeah.
Has a good approach.
2-0. Here comes the pitch from Mayhew. There's a shot right up the middle again. Oh, it's going to be misplayed that time by the second baseman. So Napier will come in. Strange will be over at first.
So need 4 on the play, but still get the RBI. They weren't going to come home anyway, that one. Just continue in here with Kincaid.
Maddie Kincaid up the plate, the left fielder. She at .346 on the season. First pitch is going to be a ball. Lady Pirates take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the first. And the Lady Pirates playing host to the Lady Wildcats of Buckhorn. Here's the pitch. There's going to be a strike.
Got to be ready to pull that trigger on that one.
Yeah, I think she kind of thought about it by the time she decided it was almost too late, right?
Knowing Matt, that's not the pitch she likes, the location of that one.
Here's the 1-1.
That's where she likes them.
Yep.
As bad as I hate to say it, Zoe takes second on a wild pitch. She played a little golf for me several years ago, and trust me, she likes that pitch a little bit.
1 and 2. And that's hard, those two sports, right?
Yeah.
I actually have a baseball golf swing. Another passed ball there as
I thought it
Strange
hit her,
get
but
all the way down to third. She just said it hit her foot.
Umpire of the field says no, so I thought it did too.
Yep, that's all right. 1 and 2.
It's all right. Go hit the ball, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, all right, I'll make a base hit here. 2 and 2. Right back to the pitcher. Throw over to first and play at the plate and safe. Nice job by Zaylee Strange. Had to avoid the bat who was down on home plate.
Yes.
So nice job by Zaylee Strange to get there, and then a nice contact by Maddie Kincaid to get the runner across.
Now Marty's swinging the bat well this season as well. 7th grader coming in at 343 on the season.
First pitch is the ball.
Looking at the roster today, Ken, when I left the job, I knew we had a really young team. I really didn't know that they were as young as they really are.
Sure. 1-0.
I mean, behind the plate, you've got an 8th grader. Your starting second baseman's a 7th grader. Your normal starter in pitching is a 7th grader. And then, you got several sophomores and juniors. I think Zaylee and Kinsey are the lone 2 seniors on the starting lineup.
Here comes the 1-1. That was a good pitch. Swing and a miss that time by Kirk.
Took a little off of it, maybe.
Yep. 1 and 2 with 2 outs.
Marty, very athletic. Watched her play basketball season as well, and she's a very athletic young lady here for the Pirates.
And has been, even in elementary school. I mean, basketball, she'd go up against those boys all the time.
Sometimes you can just tell, right?
Yep. There's a shot to center field. It's going to drop in. It's going to be a base hit. She's going to go for 2, maybe even 3. She's not going to stop. Yeah, sure enough.
Wheels, no way.
And she'll get there.
Triple on that one for sure. That took a hop beyond the center fielder on that spin. Now, this kid possesses a lot of power. I just wish she realized that she'd be more confident. Taylor Sloan, first baseman, a freshman.
Here's the pitch. There's a chopper right down to third. It's going to be, ball is dropped and safe at first.
That's why you run them out.
That is why you run them out, yes. So Kirk will come in. Sloan over at first.
I bring up Presley Eplin, the 8th grade catcher. Her second year as a starter already. So, I'll tell you what, she came up last year. I watched her catch Ken, and I'm thinking, I don't know if we had the kind of mechanics that Presley had. Some of the best mechanics that I've seen is for a young player that called for us last year.
It was kind of blocked there. Was that an error on the third baseman there? That's what I was thinking, just making sure. Oh, tries to put down the bunt, and but it just missed.
Got good speed. Make them play it.
Yeah, I like that call.
Yeah, let it rip though. This is usually the kind of speed that Presley really likes too, though.
When you're able to do that and you have that speed, right, you can just place that bunt down and base. And going to just miss. The runner's going to go. Nobody there at second, and she'll get the stolen base. 1-1 is the pitch count to Presley Eplin. Kylie Schick on deck. Here's the 1-1. On the inside, there's a strike. One ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Lady Pirates leading 4-1 here. Bottom of the first. Swing and a miss, and she's going to get the strike out. And that'll be 3 outs for the Lady Pirates, but they will get the 4 runs. They'll lead 4-1. We'll head to the top of the second. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital provides a compassionate, ideal local solution for patients who need additional time to heal and strengthen before going home. The Swing Bed program can be a perfect fit for you if you need rehabilitation after orthopedic surgery or fracture, have suffered a stroke, receive long-term antibiotics, need wound care, or need to regain your strength and mobility. You have a choice in post-hospital care and can receive care right in Estill County. For more information on the Swing Bed program at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace, call Case Management at 606-726-2159.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School. We're at softball tonight. A little rain coming down, but like I said earlier, this field probably needs a little bit of moisture in it. But for the Pirates in the bottom of the first inning, 4 runs, 3 hits, 3 Buckhorn errors led to that help with that inning where the Powell County was putting the ball in play. Buckhorn had a little tough time fielding the ball, so we're at 4-1 now, going to the top of the second inning with Buckhorn. While the showers start.
Coming up to the plate, we'll have the number 7, 8, and 9 hitters. It will be Macy Fields leading off. Number 18, the center fielder, followed by the second baseman, number 5, Molly Mullins. Batting in the third spot here in the inning, the right fielder, number 42, Caitlin Campbell. Get on the mound for the Lady Pirates, number 1, Kenzie Witt. Behind the plate, number 2, Presley Eplin.
Our home plate umpire, Jesse, says he don't like this rain. It makes his job harder. He don't have to wash his outfit, though, tonight. It'll be weather washed. Darley won't have to worry about it when he gets home. I wonder if he can hear me. I guess he can.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can hear you. He can hear. I apologize to him. I told him before we got started.
Yeah.
Here comes the pitch to Fields. Right back the middle, right to the pitcher. Throw over to first, and look at the out. So the 1-3 ground out for out number 1.
Got to have a little fun. Me and Jesse go way back. Megan and his daughters.
His son?
Well, but I'm saying his daughters played travel ball together back in the day when Megan was a 14, 15-year-old. And now she is actually engaged to his stepson. So we'll go round and round. When Megan was growing up, she didn't realize her future husband was playing out in the grass somewhere while they were playing softball.
Up to the plate, Molly Mullins, the second baseman. First pitch is a ball. Second one's going to be a ball as well, down on the dirt. 2-0.
Need strikes.
Again, the Lady Pirates able to score 4 runs in the bottom of the first. Leading 4-1 here against Buckhorn.
We did not get this forecast in our memos, did we?
Not at all, no. Chopper right down to third. Strange with the throw to first, and nice play. Another 5-3 ground out. Out number 2.
I'll tell you what, that shoulder has got so much better. That arm is as strong as I've seen it in several years for Zaley. That was a nice play and a good throw to first.
Now stepping up to the plate, number 42, Caitlin Campbell, the right fielder, batting in the 9 spot. Pitch by Witt. Going to miss for ball 1.
She would do that at least once or twice a game, hit her hip coming through, not get clear. Yeah, but Zaley last year, she barely get the ball from first base, throw it back to the pitcher, and now it's just zipping across the infield.
Here's the 1-0. Late swing and a miss. That would have been ball 2 more than likely.
More than likely.
Said she swung late on that one to even account at 1-1.
Now it's time for strike 2, strike 3.
Here's the pitch. Going to miss for ball 2.
Press asking for it in the same place.
2-1.
Didn't hit it.
Pirates are on the road tonight.
At Morgan County.
Hopefully they're having better weather than we are right now.
It'll be a while before we get there, I would think.
2-1 or 2-1. I would have reached my hand out there and grabbed that one, but
no, you wouldn't have. Megan's in the tent now.
Yeah,
so my umbrella's not big enough out there.
She's about ready to field that one. 3-1. She flinched,
I flinched last time I was here.
3-1 now the count. There's the pitch.
Just a bit outside.
Going to miss. Going to be in a walk.
That's what you don't want to see.
2-out walk. Now we'll head back up to the top of the order. Number 27, and the catcher, Jalen Turner. She grounded out to third base, her first plate appearance.
Yeah, but now these girls behind her, which tells me she probably hit the ball as well. These next 3 are tough hitters. You don't want to walk that number 9 hitter.
So runner over at first with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Tried to pull that one down the third base line. It's going to go foul.
You know, there's sometimes I thought it was personal with me as a coach that we had a tendency to walk the 9 here a lot, and I think it's continued.
0-1. Here's the pitch. Round to the shortstop, backhand, long throw. Nice play that time. The 6-3 ground out. Good job by Ellen Napier to backhand that one and to take her time and get that one over to first. They'll leave one stranded. Come up scoreless. The Powell County Lady Pirates leading 4-1 here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Powell County CSEP Director Kevin Babcock wants you to be prepared.
Like the Lady Pirates and Pirates, we train for success. Do you know your zone? Do you have an emergency plan? Be prepared. Have a disaster kit with water, non-perishable foods, clothes, toiletries, and anything else you may need. For information on how to prepare for an incident, stop by the Emergency Operations Center here in Stanton or contact the local CSEP office at 606-663-7560.
Your health means everything. And every minute matters when an emergency puts your health at risk. That's why it's essential to get the care you need as soon as possible. The emergency department at Clark Regional Medical Center is ready, providing quality care with the peace of mind of a certified chest pain center. Don't make your health wait. Get to the hospital. Clark Regional Medical Center. Learn more at clarkregional.org.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
All right, welcome back here to the Powell County High School. Like 1.5 innings, it is still Powell County 4, Buckhorn 1. No score in the top of the second inning by the Lady Wildcats. They had one base runner on a walk. And it'll be the Pirates. It'll be Kylie Schick to lead things off for the Pirates. Then back to the top of the order.
That'll include Emma Risen and Brooklyn Sloan. At least the first three batters here.
Kylie coming in at a 296 clip, 7th grader.
As you mentioned, just a very young team,
Very
right?
young.
When you look
Very
at
young.
the players, and actually good athletes as well. So let's see what Kylie Schick can do. Again, the designated player, number 29. Here comes the first pitch by Mayhew. It's going to be high and outside for ball one. A little chatter going on for the Lady Pirates in the dugout. Here comes the 1-0. From this on the outside, make it 2-0. Again, it's just amazing considering, again, last night, the way that we were so far back, right? And we're literally
Right up
like
on the action.
right, exactly, right here. 2-0.
Got her.
Going to hit her. She'll take first on a hit by pitch. Going to bring up Emma Risen. Had a line drive shot down the third base.
After seeing it once, next time you should be really ready for it. So I'm sure Emma, this is going to be hit hard somewhere.
Yeah,
if she gets a chance to hit it.
She made solid contact. Just a good play by the third baseman, Hayden Owens, and tries to go down the third base line again. It's going to pull it foul for strike one.
More anxious this time up than she was the first time up. Can you only let leadoff batter one time, right? And first inning.
Yeah. Here's the 0-1. There's a shot. It's going to fall in the gap. It's going to get to right center. Throw over to second, and she'll get the stand-up double. And coming all the way in is going to be Schick, and she'll get the run, and that will put Risen all the way over at third.
So score Schick on the RBI double, and she'll take third on the throw. Will Risen. Just good hustle play. Had a hard time getting that ball in. Schick was running hard through the bases.
Now stepping up to the plate, Brooklyn Sloan. She had a single. Took second on a, and then a throw down to
Picked her
third.
off.
Yep, sure enough.
2-5. I thought she was on the bag, but he said she wasn't there. So
Out number one. There's a shot. It's going to be fair.
Yeah, right down the line. That would have definitely scored one or knocked
Sloan's
her out
gonna
one
get
to two.
a stand-up double, and she will. Good hit.
Makes that one hurt just a little bit on the pickoff.
Yes, it does. Actually, she's going to go all the way to third.
On a throw back to the pitcher that made it to the dugout. So we'll take third on the air.
So she'll reach third scoring position. That'll bring up Ella Napier. She had a single, an RBI, and an eventual run scored herself. There's a shot right past the second baseman.
That was on the fence.
Go to the gap. Yep.
This
all the way on her way to second. Going to go to
they
third.
may try to score
They're going to
here.
send her in.
Yep.
They are going to send her in, and she's going to come all the way in. Here's the plate. The plate's going to be high off the mark, and she'll get all the way around the bag.
And I'm going to score that as a triple with an error out there on the throw.
Yes, agreed. And the RBI.
Good also play. And the RBI.
That was a good play. Lady Pirates now leading 7-1. That'll bring up Zaylee Strange. I didn't mark what she did. What'd she do her first time?
Zaylee?
Got hit by a pitch.
Here,
E4. You know.
On Zaylee, this time that's hit by a pitch. Yeah, I was still writing and didn't even see it.
But what did she do?
The first time, E4.
An error. There you go. All right. Now stepping up to the plate will be Maddie Kincaid, left fielder. Grounded out back to the pitcher. Down in the dirt. And it's going to send Strange down to second. Fortunately for Buckhorn, catcher Turner unable to glove that one. Got out of her reach there.
Oh, mercy, right down Broadway on that one.
1-1. The pitch count now to Maddie Kincaid with Zaylee Strange over at second.
Hit that one, Maddie.
One out. Marty Kirk on deck. Here's the 1-1. Chop that one foul here.
Raised up just a touch on the ball. Just stay down and drive. That's the low pitch that she really likes. She just on top of it a little bit.
1-2. Here's the pitch for Mayhew. I'll foul that one off again. Count remains 1-2. Just rolling off the barrel of the bat on the underside. Here's the 1-2. We're going to reach out there. It's going to be foul.
You know, I like that protective swing. It was probably going to be, it might have been a ball, but it was probably too close to take. So good job there to stay alive by Kincaid.
I would agree with that. It was almost one of those had tos, right?
You know, Jesse doing some house cleaning duties out there to make sure he doesn't miss that one. Darla, he can on that sweeper now.
1-2.
Done seen it.
Lays off of that one's going to make it 2-2.
He might beat me time we get done with this game. What do you think?
I told him it's going to be entertaining. 2-2. Right back to the pitcher. Same play. That'll send Strange down to third. So the runner will advance. Kincaid on the 1-3 ground out for out number 2. Same place that she was at the last time. Now coming up will be Marty Kirk. She had a triple and an eventual run scored.
Yep.
See if she can get an RBI here for herself.
Little slice base hit that got by the center fielder last time up.
Here's the pitch for Mayhew. Down in the dirt. It'll be ball 1.
Only thing I can tell Zayler, don't get picked. Don't get picked. He was really surprised they made a throw on her last time when she got picked off there earlier in the inning.
Yeah, it was a good play. It wouldn't be a surprise, right? It's going to be down in the dirt again. 2-0. Yeah, you're not expecting that.
No, she
at
wasn't
that point,
expecting
right?
to throw.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's why they got her. She had a pretty good lead. Catcher made a nice throw. Third baseman made a good tag. I didn't think she was there, but I'm not calling the game.
Here's the 2-0. There's a shot,
Gapper,
and it's going to go right in. Yep, she'll get the RBI. And round first, and we'll come back. So she'll get the single and the RBI as Strange will come across the plate. It's going to make it 8-1 favor of the Lady Pirates. Taylor Sloan reached on an error and then an eventual stolen base. Pitch on the inside, going to miss. Kirk's going to go down to second, and she'll get the stolen base.
Wow, that was a wild pitch. Got by the catcher. I don't think she was going to play.
I missed that.
She went on the ball being in the dirt.
1-0. There's a shot right to the shortstop. High hop, throw over to first, and she's going to get there safely.
Yeah. Pulled her off the bag on that one, so he's 6 on that one.
So it'll send Kirk down to third. Sloan is over at first. Presley Eplin, the catcher, up at the plate.
See if Press put one in the green right here, score a run.
Runners on the corners for the Lady Pirates. Swing and a miss.
Oh.
Kirk going to be in a run down.
We're in a pickle.
And she's out.
I'm not writing down all of them, but
that's tough.
It was I think it was a 1-6 on the put out eventually.
That'll be out number 3. That'll bring us to the end of the second inning. Lady Pirates leading 8-1. Now we'll head to the top of third. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
The Powell County Sports Network would like to thank their sponsors and encourage you to choose businesses and organizations that support the broadcast of our young athletes, including our platinum sponsors, Uniquely Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, and Just Know You're Taken Care of Wherever Life Takes You, CG Bank. Our gold sponsors, Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital, Friends and Family Caring for Friends and Family, Powell County CSEP, encouraging you to be prepared and have an emergency plan. Appalachian Wireless, better service, bigger savings. Our silver sponsors, Hearn Funeral Home since 1939. Clark Regional Medical Center, care closer to home. Toyota South, exceptional customer service since 1915. Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, quality care that offers recovery and hope. Stanley's Hardware, the helpful place. Powell County Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Our bronze sponsors, Security and Control from Anywhere, Protect Security and Fire Systems, people serving people since 1912. People's Exchange Bank, helping families connect, honor, and remember. Wells Funeral Home, new items in stock. Allen's Hardware in Clay City, gifts and more. The Candle Hutch, U.S.-based GTX Manufacturing. They love pirate sports, so let's love them back.
Yeah, welcome back here to the Powell County High School. Looks like the rains might have at least left for now. Hopefully it's going to be over with. Katie said by 7 it'll be over, so looks like it's going to lighten and clear up here.
So what you're saying is we have less than 5 minutes before the weather will clear up?
Well, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to jinx it. You know,
yeah, just like you've jinxed a couple times when you said, "Oh, looks like we're going to go
extra innings."
Well, I wasn't expecting. What'd you say that for?
Well, not this game. I thought last night might go extra innings, but I didn't say it.
Yeah, but when you do, that's what happens.
Yeah, it does. We went extra innings with the Reds today. It was a bad outing today.
Was it?
Oh,
I would say I'm sorry, but
yeah, it was a rough outing. Hit a grand slam home run in the bottom of the 8th inning to take a 7-5 lead, and go out in the top of the 9th to give a back-to-back homers to tie that bad boy back up, and then lost it in the 10th. Hello.
That's kind of unfortunately what they do, right?
Well, you know, it is what it is, right?
Yeah. That's all right. My team's no better. Here's the pitch.
They were tied going into today's actually the Cardinals are up a game on the Reds going into today's action. So
Haley Blank, the shortstop, up the plate.
Yeah. It is almost a hammock chair.
Ball 1.
Talk about Megan's seating device out in left field.
There's a chopper, and shortstop not going to be able to get it. Strange, and Napier couldn't quite
have to give E6 on that one, don't we? Don't say it very often.
I believe so, yeah. Now stepping up to the plate will be the pitcher, Reagan Mayhew.
Big
she had
double
a double
last time, yeah.
And an RBI to get them on the board.
Down the line, Zaley.
So runner at first. Almost a similar setup here. Right down the middle for a strike.
Right down Broadway. Outside edge, outer third. Again, Presley sets up inside most of the time anyway. So
on deck, the first baseman, Lila Wooten. Again, Kenzie Witt on the mound for the Lady Pirates. Right off the end of the bat.
Presley asked for that location, and she hit her spot that time.
0-2. Nobody out here, top of the third. Powell County Lady Pirates leading the Buckhorn Lady Wildcats 8-1. Here's the pitch. On the inside, going to miss. Throw down to second, and easily stolen base that time by Blank.
Yeah, that ball bounced in. Made it a lot easier on her to get there. Rest it all she could do, just want to throw down.
Here's the 1-2. Going to miss on the outside, and unfortunately he's going to hit off the backstop, and that will easily send Blank over to third.
And a good job by Taylor Sloan to come in that time and field it off the wall.
Yeah.
Knowing Presley's got to stay home with the runner going to third base. So well played there by the Lady Pirates.
Yeah, it hit and then moved away from Eplin. 2-2 with the runner in scoring position over at third. The chopper pulled foul down the third baseline.
It's understanding on where you're playing a little bit there on that ricochet off the wall. Over baseball, they'd be going for days behind the backstop, right?
Oh, they probably would have scored.
And that'd be another thing that they'll be glad they get changed up if they ever get the new facility built. I'm sure you won't have that length of backstop.
Yeah, probably shouldn't. 2-2 is the count to Reagan Mayhew. Or, excuse me, to, Mayhew. My apologies there. The pitcher. On the inside, going to miss. Full count. Getting Blank down at third. Here's the full pitch count. Down in the dirt, she'll get the walk. So Mayhew will go over to first. I'm sure we'll get the courtesy runner and Richardson, excuse me.
That's okay.
So runners on the corners for the Lady Wildcats. That will bring up Lila Wooten, the first baseman. She walked and eventually was stranded over at second. Again, the Lady Pirates leading 8-1, top of the third. Here's the pitch. High, going to miss for ball one. On deck, Hayden Owens, the third baseman. Nobody out. Here's the pitch from Witt. A miss on the inside for ball two. Two and 0. Here's the pitch. Gonna be low for ball three.
Yeah. And Kenzie may get a little tired. Doesn't get a lot of work in as long as she's gone this season. So I know you probably shouldn't get that tired, but when you haven't done it all year, a little more draining.
Gonna be called strike. 3-1 now to Wooten, the first baseman.
Nice comeback pitch. Yeah, Ward has it 2-1.
Here's the 2-1. Going to get the walk. That'll load them up.
Back-to-back variety, right?
So Blank over at third. Richardson over at second, the courtesy runner for Mayhew, and then Lila Wooten over at first on the walk. So back-to-back walks given up. That'll bring up Hayden Owens, the third baseman.
No place to put her.
Reached on a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one.
Press 1-2 right there. I don't know what I used to tell my catchers. Throw it if you want to. Drove you crazy, didn't it?
After a while, there's a chopper. They're going to let the runner get across. That was a smart play that time by Strange. They'll concede the run. They'll get the out at first.
Get the sure play.
Yep. Out number one. That will send Mayhew down to third.
Fielder on the field.
Or actually, excuse me, be Richardson down at third, and then Wooten down to second. That'll bring up Haley Stidham, the left fielder. 8-2 now. The pitch. Right down third. It's going to be fair. One run will score. Played the plate, and it's going to be high throw, but the runner does not
Nobody
advance.
Hurts.
Nope.
So we're going to score one. Another one goes to third. Another one on the single down the line.
So Richardson comes in. Wooten down to third.
And we're quickly 8-3.
Pitch. Right down to third. Throw to first, and they'll get the out.
That's a nice job. Zaley realized nobody was covering second base, so she had to kind of reload and get it on to first base. Nice play there. They do score the run, right?
They do. So that will send Stidham down to second base. That'll bring up Molly Mullins. Grounded out to third. A lot of action down there for Zaley Strange tonight.
The hot corner.
8-4 now is your score. It'll be low for ball one. Two outs. 1-0 pitch count. The Mullins, the second baseman. Swing and a miss for strike.
This is Mullins, right? Make sure.
This is Mullins, yes.
Okay. She ground out to Zaley last time. Is that what you said earlier?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. A miss on the inside. 2-1.
Don't want to lose her. You getting next batter kind of started all this. These guys did.
2-1. Here's the pitch from Witt. Swing and a
Good
miss.
pitch.
Make it 2-2.
End it right here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Gonna miss, gonna hit her. Another hit by pitch. It's gonna bring up the right fielder, Caitlin Campbell.
We walked her
yep.
last time up. No, this is a different batter. Is it not?
No, it's 42.
She wasn't left-handed last time, was she?
Yeah.
Ooh, where was I at?
Checking the weather.
Must have been. I do not remember her being left-handed.
Yep.
Ote.
Here's the pitch. There's a good call. Back down the middle for strike one. Get 2 outs here. Buckhorn with runners at first and second.
End it right here, please.
Yeah, they scored 3 runs here in the inning. Here's the pitch. A miss. Ball one. 1-1.
Still a threat here. Got to shut her down right now.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Witt. A miss on the outside for ball 2. 2-1 to Caitlin Campbell. Here's the pitch from Witt. Down in the dirt. Epplin couldn't find that one. It kind of got away from her.
Nobody was pointing. I mean, your teammates got to help you out. The catcher can't always find the ball, so the teammates got to be pointing on where it is to help her locate it. 3-1 count again here.
Runners at second and third now.
I don't know how long the leash is going to be here.
Here's the 3-1. There's a strike. Make it 3-2. The count will go full.
Definitely don't want to lose her here. Give them top of the order coming back up again for the Lady Wildcats. Definitely got to come right here.
Good
enough.
Swing and a miss, and they'll get the strikeout. They'll leave a couple stranded. They'll get 3 runs here. Their trail 8-4. We'll head to the bottom of the third. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Thinking about buying a home, starting a business, or tackling a renovation? Whitaker Bank is here to help you make it happen. This is David Johnson, and I'm the senior commercial lender at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. We understand that every financial decision is personal. That's why we offer expert guidance tailored to your needs. Let's find the right solution for you. Call me today at 606-663-2283, and let's take the next step together. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hey, I'm Wyatt Denniston, owner of Stanton Ace Hardware. At Ace, we are known for being the helpful place, and we pride ourselves on accomplishing that goal each day with each customer. We are constantly working on expanding our rental department, now including skid steers, mini excavators, mini skid steers with ditch witch and auger attachments. We also have delivery options available. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are Stanton Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School, or that's athletic complex, I guess, now, right?
Oh, you tell me. I don't know.
I guess it's what it is here. It's a softball field next to the track and football field. As we are in the bottom of the third inning, where Buckhorn has closed the gap on the Pirates, it's now 8-4. Buckhorn scored 3 runs last inning with the benefit of 1 hit. 3 walks and 2 hit batsmen and an error on the Pirates led to that 1 run, or those 3 runs.
Now we'll have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up to the plate. First pitch is going to be a ball for Presley Eplin.
Struck out her first time up.
Followed by Kylie Schick and Emma Risen in the 1 spot. On the mound, Reagan Mayhew. Here's the pitch. Got a miss for ball 2.
Might make her work, Press.
2-0. Both teams have scored at every inning so far. Let's see what the Lady Pirates can do here in the bottom of the third. Scoreboard is messed up, yes. 3-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That was a good pitch to swing at.
Oh no, it was okay if you had the green light. It's a good pitch to swing at. Yes.
3-0 to Eplin. Right to the second baseman and just right off of her glove.
How you want to score that one? Did you four?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, that's one that, right to you that I felt like she probably should have had.
She kind of bent her glove back on it. It was hit pretty hard, but
it was.
I think you still have to make that play.
Yeah.
Kylie Schick hit by pitch last time up. She's the DP. May see her some in the circle here in a little bit.
And she also scored a run after that walk.
Thought they were going to take another one. One thing I like about what Kylie's doing, though, Ken, she's up there right now, and if they throw it inside enough, she's just going to take one because she's not budging.
1-0. Eplin over at first. Emma Risen on deck. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. 1-1 the count now. The Lady Pirates leading over the Buckhorn Lady Wildcats 8-4. Bottom of the third. Down in the dirt.
I like the way Kylie stands in there. She doesn't flinch on the pitch, anything close. She's if it hits her, she's okay with it. That means she's very comfortable at the plate in the box.
Here's the 2-1. Swung underneath that one. Make it 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Runner over at first. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. High pop fly. Foul ball. 2-2. They're going to get time. I'm not sure if their equipment issue, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know which one it would be, the helmet or the mitt.
I think it's the helmet.
Little bugaboo on the scoreboard out there, huh?
Yeah.
Must have hit it to unplug it or something as they're trying to get it reset. But again, we are at 8-4, bottom 3. Kylie Schick still at the plate. So still waiting on the mask to get adjusted properly by the Wildcats, and she's ready to go, looks like. Just threw her mask off, kind of pop one of those supports.
All right, now got everything squared away.
Scoreboard's reset. Balls and strikes got to be reset here.
2-2 the count to Kylie Schick. Get Mayhew on the mound for Buckhorn. Here's the pitch. I'll pop that one up and going to be caught by the third baseman, Hayden Owens, in foul territory. Out number one. We'll head back up to the top of the order. We've got time over at first for a...
Yeah, but Emma's ready. Emma still don't know. Emma.
Tie the shoes.
There we go. Emma found out. Emma was zoned in on the pitcher. She's still ready. Anxious she is.
Nothing wrong with that, right? Ready to get in there.
She's ready to go.
Make something happen.
Gotta love Emma.
Getting back up the top of the order. Ball down in the dirt. Throw down to second and safe.
Says we'll juggle the ball.
So Eplin with a stolen base. Pitch was a ball to Risen.
Gives them a chance to drive her in right here.
Another one down in the dirt. Make it 2-0.
Tell you what, catcher's got a pretty good arm. Had a good job that time on the throw down. She threw it to a spot. The shortstop hadn't got there yet. I like to see that. You used to tell them, just throw it to the spot, they'll get there. If not, it's on them.
Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss.
Pulling off that pitch.
Just here. You're early.
2-1.
Just hit it where it's pitched.
Runner over at second. It's one out. Right back to the pitcher's going to go off with her glove, and they're not going to be able to make the play over at first. Yep. You have just a high chopper back to the pitcher, right over.
If she doesn't touch it, it's in the grass out there. There's no way the infielder can get it.
True.
It's just a tough play. Now Sloan up. I'm sure Rice will be going on the pitch.
So Eplin down at third. Sloan over at first. Brooklyn Sloan up at the plate. And that will be a run down to second for Risen. Pitch was a ball to Brooklyn Sloan, the right fielder. A single, a double. 2 runs scored. I'll make it 2-0 now. Actually, the 2, 3, 4 hitters have all scored. Been
every
on base,
time. Yeah,
been on base and scored in the first 2 innings. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Hit it where it's pitched, Brooklyn.
2-1.
Pulled off that a touch.
Runners at second and third for the Lady Pirates. Here's the pitch. It'll be low.
Don't do it, Press.
3-1.
Yeah, don't do it.
Three balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Mayhew. Down in the dirt. Swing, going to take the count full. Got to watch that one all the way in.
Let's go, Blondie. Get you one here.
Here's the full count pitch. There's a shot to the shortstop. Throw to first and going to get it, but 1 run will come across. That will be Eplin who will score. That will send Risen down to third for out number 2 now.
That's second out, right?
It is. I'll bring up Ella Napier.
They are also dangerous. She's 2 for 2 on the night.
Here's the pitch. High and outside for ball 1.
That with a single and a triple. Scored on the error on the outfielder.
Oh, she'd like to have that one back, wouldn't she?
I think so.
Foul that one
That's
off.
one where if she really stays on the ball well and drives out the right field, they could have a chance of going out to the right field.
Yeah, that's why I think she'd like to have that one back. 1-1 now.
Totally
The count
agree.
to Ella Napier. Here's the 1-1. Going to get by. Player's going to come in, and the run will score. Nice job that time by Rising to come across the plate on the wild pitch.
Pirates picked up 2 they gave up in the top of the inning.
2-1 the count. Base is empty. I'll foul that one off. 2-2. Lady Pirates now leading 10-4. Four runs in the first, 4 runs in the second, 2 in the third for the Lady Pirates. Still playing. Pull that one foul down the third baseline. Would you expect her to field that one?
I would have tried probably.
Your hand would be hurting, and
yeah, I would have said anything.
Yeah, you'd be crying back home with Dee, right? Hurt my hand trying to field a foul ball.
I wouldn't have said anything while I was here.
No,
Yep.
2-2's the count.
It's the way we roll.
Here comes the pitch from Mayhew. Gonna be high. Gonna take the count full. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty. Ella Napier, the number 3 hitter in the lineup for the Lady Pirates. Right to the second baseman, right over top of her glove. And the right fielder not going to be able to glove that one cleanly either, so it'll be a base hit.
On the bobble, just goes to second. I tell you what, any good base runner in softball, if there's any kind of bobble in the outfield, you're supposed to take second base, and that's exactly what she did. Turn that. And she just slowed down. She saw the bobble and she was gone.
Stepping up to the plate, Zaylee Strange. First pitch swing and a miss for strike 1, and Napier will go down to third. Is that a wild pitch or pass ball? I didn't catch it. I was looking down, actually.
That's one thing that people don't understand about Ella. Ella is just a really good base runner. She's quicker than what you think she is, and she knows how to run bases.
There's the 0-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Hit the yellow thing, Zay. Hit the yellow thing.
Again, she's been on base both times and scored both plate appearances. So we can't get another run here. Going to drop in, sure enough. Yeah. Forget the base hit and the RBI.
Hit the yellow thing. So never got all 3 back that we gave up in the top of the inning.
11-4 now is your score. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt. Strange will easily make it to second. Yep.
Probably take
and
third.
Throw to the outfield.
She'll
Going to
take
go
4.
over, and it's going to go to third.
Take
make
second.
it to second. Yep.
Probably take
and
third.
Throw.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch was a ball to Kincaid. Make it 1-0. Zaylee Strange now in scoring position. Lady Pirates need another run to have
don't
fours or wild.
That would be.
Here's the pitch. Gonna miss for ball 2. Two-0 the pitch count. Zaylee Strange over at third. Swing and a miss on the outside for strike 1. Late swing at that.
Get that ball to right field right there. You got to stay with it. Keep your hands down the inside and drive it to right.
2-1. Gonna miss. Nice job by Strange that time to not even really consider coming in.
Look, she's a senior. She's pretty intelligent. She knows better.
Well, you know, I mean, sometimes
know.
it goes off the backstop right and people are ready to start running. And it's going to be strike 2.
You know, the
Got
big
full.
thing, if you can get a big lead over there and they throw it by the pitcher, then obviously you can score. But there's not many times with Zay that was going to push her to go on those plays.
3-2 with 2 outs. Runner over at third. Here's the pitch from Mayhew. And there's a strike. She'll get a strike out there for out number 3. The Lady Pirates will score 3. We'll take a break here and come back. Powell County leading 11-4 over Buckhorn. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Attention Appalachia, looking for the hottest deals on the latest smartphones? There's only one real choice, and that's Appalachian Wireless. Right now, you can save big on today's top devices with our amazing limited time offers. Switch today and enjoy our unbeatable savings, nationwide coverage with some good old hometown service you can trust. Don't wait, these deals won't last forever. Visit us at your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
You deserve a bank that truly values you. At People's Exchange Bank, they pride themselves on providing personalized service that other banks just can't match. Whether you're needing a checking account, a home loan, or financial advice, our team of local professionals have you covered. Visit 53 East Pendleton Street in Stanton or visit them online at pebank.com. Join their family of satisfied customers today and experience the hometown difference at People's Exchange Bank, where banking is about you. People's Exchange Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School. Powell County Lady Pirates were able to get those 3 runs back they gave up in the top of the third and make the score now 11-4. Buckhorn coming to the bat. Witt still in the circle for the Lady Pirates, and it'll be Briley McIntosh to take over in right field for Brooklyn Sloan. So that's the one substitution that I saw. So I guess it's the only one. So here in the top of the 4th inning for the Buckhorn Wildcats, it'll be the top of the order coming up.
Did you flinch?
Yeah. Be Turner, Blank, and Mayhew for Buckhorn. Again, Kinsey Witt still in the circle for the Lady Pirates.
And it's been the 2, 3, 4 hitters for Buckhorn that have had the most success as far as getting the runs across.
And we're back at 1, though, right?
Yes.
She's hit the ball both times, hit it hard both times, but Powell County has been able to field the ball cleanly and get her out.
The third
It'd
base
be a good thing again to get her out. Again, like you said, these first 4 hitters are pretty solid for Buckhorn. So
Kinsey Witt on the mound for the Lady Pirates. Here's the pitch. Foul ball on that one.
Foul ball bounced up hitter in the box.
Powell County leading Buckhorn here. Girls softball action 11-4. Sprinkles a little bit earlier.
That we were not ready for.
We were definitely not ready for.
I didn't see any forecast at all with rain today, but a little pop-up shower got us, didn't it? Got too warm today is what it was.
That's probably it. Here's the 0-2. Got a miss high for ball 1. Jalen Turner, leadoff hitter, again the catcher for Lady Wildcats, followed by Haley Blank and Reagan Mayhew. Here's the pitch from Witt. High pop fly in foul territory. It's going to stay fair. No, actually, it's going to stay fair. I thought it was actually going to go out of play. Instead, it'll be a base hit.
You know, I thought it was going to be a foul ball also, but it was
kind of hung up there
2 or 3
a
feet
long time,
fair, right? Yeah, stayed straight.
Yeah.
One of those balls, I thought it was hit harder than it was. If it's hit harder, it probably hooks, but that one was just a lazy pop-up that fell in no man's land.
Blank had a double her first plate appearance, and that lone run scored. Reached on an error the second time around. Throw down to first, and Turner
Nice
will
job
get
by
back.
Epplin right there. Epplin maybe caught Taylor a little bit unaware. Had a play there at first base.
So the first pitch is a ball to Blank, the shortstop. On deck is Mayhew. Nobody out. Runner at first. Right up the middle. It's going to get through.
Well played by
Single.
Rising. Take a knee. Make sure you get the catch. Get the ball back in quickly.
So Turner down to second. Blank over at first. Then I'll bring up pitcher number 8, Reagan Mayhew. Had a double.
And a walk.
And a walk. And a run scored and an RBI. Nobody out. It's going to be a ball. The runners will advance. So Turner down to third. Blank down to second. A ball at the plate. 1-0's the count. 2 runners down scoring position. Swing and a miss. Good pitch for a strike. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Another one down in the dirt. 2-1. On deck, first baseman Lila Wooten. Here's the 2-1. There's a shot down the third base line. Pulled
Hello.
foul.
She threw that up in her hitting zone.
Yeah.
Just a foul ball.
2-2. Yeah, that got down the line quick, didn't it? 2-2 the count to Mayhew. Here's a swing and a miss.
Third base.
And nice job. Yep, just hold on to it.
So she's going to reach first on a strikeout. Wild pitch.
Now stepping up to the plate, number 17, the first baseman, Lila Wooten, with the bases loaded.
Now loaded. Curtis runner into the game again for Buckhorn. For the pitcher, Mayhew is Richardson. And that brings Wooten up, who is a couple walks and a run scored.
Stranded at second, her first plate appearance where she got that walk. It's a pitch. Gonna be low for ball 1. On deck, Hayden Owens, the third baseman. 1-0's the count. Kenzie with the pitcher for the Lady Pirates. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt, and it's going to be a hit by pitch, so a run will score. So Turner will come across the plate. Blank will go down to second. Blank down to third. Richardson to second. Wooten over to first on the hit by pitch.
Time called. Again, this is her longest outing on the season, so and I know if they wanted to bring Schick in, they'd probably want a clean inning, but sometimes you just have to go with your ace, see if you can shut them down. But it doesn't look like that's the conversation. It looks like you're just going to, you're okay, get through this, let's get one out at a time and go from there. But again, bases still loaded here. We're 11-5, 3 runners on, nobody out. A little bit of a pickle here for the Lady Pirates.
Yeah, I think at this point you go on and stay with her, if anything, just to give her some confidence, right? You know, that I believe in you at this point, right? Let's go on and just close out the inning and
I may say that,
build
but
her
I'm
up.
getting somebody ready on the other side.
Well,
but
I can understand
I get your
that.
words. Just that's exactly right, though.
There's 11-5 now as a score. It's going to be down in the dirt.
Presley's going to throw in here in a minute.
Her release point, she's releasing it low at that point as opposed to just holding on to it just a little bit longer.
Just not trusting it right now.
Here's the pitch. It'll be high.
I knew it was coming. Nice job,
2-0.
Press.
Yep. Throw down to third. Runner will get back safely. That's Haley Blank down there with Richardson over at second. Wooten at first. Still nobody out. Here's the pitch. Down to the dirt.
Okay.
Oh.
So it'll be a 4 unassisted.
Where we at? Who was at second? That was Richardson.
Richardson, the courtesy runner, left early. So now runners at first and third. That'll be the first out.
2 balls and no strikes to Owen.
Oh,
There's a
shot.
Oh, that's in the gap, too. Going to get all the way to the fence. 1 run will score. They'll get it back in quickly.
That was a shot there.
And so Owens with the double.
Only with the 1 RBI. And that's it for Witt. So Blank scores.
Wooten down to third.
And a double.
And Owens at second.
And it will be a pitching change. We'll step away for station break here on WSKV.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network
That
on
calls
your
out,
official
Colin.
station for Pirate Athletics, WSKV 104.9 FM Pickup Country, and streaming 24/7 online at listenlikealocal.com.
Again, welcome back. It'll be a pitching change for the Lady Pirates. I thought they were getting close to this point, but it will be Kylie Schick. She was the DP. She was just replacing the flex, which means the flex is still alive, which is Mackenzie Witt. So on the season for Schick, she is ERA of 7.6. She's 4-2 on the season. Big number for me is 59 strikeouts in 48 innings. So she is better than a strikeout per inning as a 7th grader can. Pretty nice numbers.
So now for Buckhorn, they have runners at second and third. Again, the double by Owens to score a run. Six runs now for Buckhorn, trailing 11-6 here in the bottom of the fourth, or excuse me, top of the fourth.
Yeah, leaving the base early is going to be a costly mistake there for Buckhorn. So 1 out.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A little bit
Now
more heat on that.
They're going to get velocitized because Kylie throws it pretty hard.
Is that a word? Velocitized.
We're going to make it one. Here, used all the time.
You do?
I do. I use it all the time.
Oh, I think you just made it up.
But it's a good word. Yeah, you get used to the slow one, and now you got a fast one. You get velocitized. See? Yeah.
Somehow we got to get that in the Urban Dictionary. Velocitized.
It's in the softball dictionary,
Yeah,
guys.
it's the softball dictionary. Here's the 0-2.
Ooh, just off the corner.
Yep, just missed on the inside edge.
That's where Kylie likes to miss. Works on that inside edge.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to Haley Stidham, the left fielder. Here comes the pitch from Schick. Gonna be high.
Nobody. I was turning to coach him over for a second there. Sorry about that.
2-2.
Sometimes you have to take the coach out of the announcer, right?
No, that's part of it. There's a chopper. Shortstop, long throw. Nice job.
Pick.
Yep. Sloan over at first to dig that one out of the dirt just a little bit for the 6-3 ground out. For out number 2, the run did score, come across. At first to dirt just a little. Number 2.
I'll be out to Stidham.
Owens remains over at second.
So 3 runs again in here in the fourth. They'll all go to Witt. The runner at second, still her responsibility.
Macy Fields up at the plate now.
Going.
Runner's going to go. Throw right back to the pitcher.
You know, wound up being, I thought she might have had a chance, but then looked at the play and she really didn't. So
no, she did.
Made the right decision, throwing right back to Kylie.
So ball 1 to Fields. Here's the 1-0. It'll be high for ball 2. On deck, Molly Mullins if Fields able to reach base. 2-0. Down in the dirt, going to make it 3-0.
At least you got a couple bases unoccupied here.
Pitch count. Here's the pitch. Going to get the walk. 4 straight pitches. Now coming up to the plate, second baseman number 5, Molly Mullins. Grounded out her first plate appearance down to Zaylee Strange, the third baseman, and was hit by a pitch and eventually stranded over at second. Runners on the corners. There's a called strike. 0-1. 11-7 now is your score. Powell County leading Buckhorn. Girls softball action here. A home game for the Lady Pirates of Powell County. Be high for ball 1, 1-1 the count.
If you remember that Berea game, we were out here in the game, those pitches we were getting those strike calls against Berea.
Here's the 1-1.
Oh, that's a nice pitch. Took a little bit off that one. There's just no way she's going to touch that one. That's a nice pitch.
1-2. 2 outs again, runners on the corners. Buckhorn trying to add a few more runs. Lady Pirates trying to get out of it. Down the first base.
Wake up that
off
side.
The dugout.
That ball is marked for a while. I tell you what, we have went through a ton of softballs here because they hit that dugout. Definitely leaves a scrape.
Count remains 1-2. Here's the pitch. Miss
Good
high.
miss. It's a good miss.
2-2. I actually thought maybe that Mullins may will chase that one. Obviously, that's what you're trying to do on that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Slow roller to the shortstop. Throw over to first, and they'll get the 6-3 ground out to end the inning. Buckhorn will get 3 runs. They'll trail 11-7. The Powell County Lady Pirates coming up to the plate here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Michael Bucky Wilson, CEO, President of CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our 7 convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, London, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about, or visit us online at cg.bank.
Citizens Guarantee Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Qualifications and rules may apply. See institution for details.
Protect Security are proud sponsors of your Powell County Pirates sports.
You need to check with Monty from Protect Security. There's no install charge on the base system. No phone line is needed, so all you have to worry about is a small monthly fee. They can install cameras. They can do full home automation, fully interactive so that you can lock your doors when you're away from home. That's your local security company. Protect Security, keeping your home, business, or other location safe and secure. Give them a call today, 663-9348.
You're listening to PCSN.
And welcome back here to the Powell County Athletic Complex here at the softball field. It is in the bottom of the 4th, and we are 11-7. Buckhorn able to put 3 on the board again in the top of the 4th inning on 3 hits, no Powell County errors, and 2 left on base for the Wildcats. Now Powell County going to have to come back again and try to get those runs back one more time. We were able to do that in the last inning, see if we can do it here, but no reason you shouldn't be able to. Starting off with Marty Kirk, who is 2 for 2 on the night. Then Taylor Sloan and Presley Eplin and Kylie Schick will be the hitters, hopefully, here in the bottom of the 4th for the Lady Pirates.
So let's see what will happen here. The number 6 hitter in the lineup, Marty Kirk, the second baseman for the Lady Pirates. And she had a triple, a run scored, had a single and an RBI, and then was stranded over at third. Well, actually, no, she was picked off. Right? She picked off over at third.
That's the play where she came home on a rundown, I believe.
Yes, that's correct, yeah. on the rundown. You're exactly right.
More players involved in that, but I just wrote down 2 numbers on my book.
Tried to pull that
Watch your
one
knee
back.
there, Taylor. She didn't move her knees. It was coming right at her feet.
Pulled foul down the first base line or third base line. Strike 1.
I don't even look like Megan's leaving us there, Ken. I don't know what she's thinking. Game's not over yet.
She didn't want the sun to come out and mess up her wet hair.
Yeah, that's what it is. She has to go cook supper.
Oh, is that
That's
what it is?
Yeah.
1-1.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in the crock pot. Already made.
1-2, excuse me. 1-2. He's getting me off here. There's a
nice
base
shot.
hit. Yep. Gonna get the single. Nice job. 3 for 3, and Kirk got to go all the way back to first, and she'll get down, and she'll get back safely to first. She had to work for that one, but she'll get the single.
Making Brody nervous.
She's fallen twice really hard. Kind of stumbled basically both times, right?
Well, you want your players to make that aggressive turn out there, but sometimes they go down.
Now stepping up to the plate, Taylor Sloan. She's reached twice.
Get out of here one time. Get out of here one time.
To left field. It's going to go to the fence. Marty Kirk's going to come to third. Here's a play and out. Nope, safe. Out.
Oh,
What
yeah,
is
she's
she?
safe.
I guess she's in safely.
Had to wait for just a second to make sure. I was sure where it was going, but Taylor was on her heels. She pushed her to third base. She had no option but to go to third because Taylor was right behind her.
You're exactly right. That she was. So runners at second and third. Presley Eplin up at the plate. Pitch on the inside.
Right at Ethan. I even flinched a little bit for him that time. I thought Megan might have left right before Taylor hit that over the fence, but it hung just a little bit. Too much air.
1-0 the count to the catcher Presley Eplin for the Lady Pirates with Kylie Schick on deck. Pitch on the outside for ball 2.
Marty, take notes from Emma earlier. Don't get picked. And we're waiting for the throw down.
Here's the 2-0.
Ball got loose in the dugout or something.
2-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
I'm not sure what she's swinging at. That one's coming right at her body.
Yeah, and a little bit high as well. Throw down to third by Mayhew.
And that was a pretty brisk throw by Mayhew. Yeah. A lot of times you see pitchers not throw as well overhand because they're used to throwing underhand.
Kirk back safely.
How'd she hit that pitch?
Yep, going to get jammed and be an infield pop-up to the shortstop.
And that pitch is like in on her hands, and she's still getting around on it quick enough. But probably got to leave that one alone.
Yeah, it jammed her.
All right, Kylie. See what you got, girl. Kylie is 0 for 1 on the night. Hit by pitch. First time up. Flew out to third on that really high pop-up a little earlier.
Lady Pirates with runners at second and third. Marty Kirk at third. Taylor Sloan over at second. 1 out here. Bottom of the fourth. Powell County Lady Pirates leading 11-7. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt for ball 1. Don't pay attention to the scoreboard if you're looking over there. It's not correct as far as the pitches. 1-0. Make it 2-0. Now they got it right. They must be listening to us.
They got it on the radio on over there? On YouTube.
And Facebook. 2-0. On the inside, going to miss. Make it 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes now. To Kylie Schick. The designated player, and then move to pitcher. 3-0. I don't know if you can hear Coach Christina Powell saying it's got to be perfect.
But if it is, that means you can rip it.
Yep. And she'll take the walk. Good at bat that time.
I believe it hit her. But
That'll load them up regardless.
Load them up regardless. Exactly. I'm going to say walk, but I think it might have hit her because she got a dead ball. That brings us back to the top.
Fourth pitch regardless, right?
Yes.
Still going to be a walk regardless. Emma Rising up at the plate now. The pitch going to be high for ball one.
I'll tell you what, that time she had her feet crossed up. If she would have had her over there at third. I think if you're going to get far enough off, you got to come back diving.
Here's the pitch. A layoff of that one, 2-0.
Marta did shorten that lead a little bit. She got to understand, too, though, she needs to be getting off the bag in foul territory because if a line drive hits her, she could be out if she's in fair.
Here's the pitch. Right back
Over
here
our
behind
heads.
us. 2-1 now. Rising 2 for 3 on the night. A double, an RBI, and a single, and a run scored. Pirates need some runs. Gonna miss low. 3-1.
Tell you what, you got to give her the green light right here. She's got a lot of power in middle right. I have some good gap power as well in the left center. She could get some runs in right here with a good shot to one of those gaps.
Yeah, obviously on a 3-1 pitch count, right? You're ready for that one to come right down the middle to.
Just don't run. Emma don't run over her people in front of her. That's her thing. Got good wheels.
Unlike you.
Unlike
You
me,
know,
yeah.
Was that last night's conversation we talked about? It was, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Gonna miss. Gonna get the walk.
And gets an RBI the old-fashioned way.
Yep. So Kirk will come across the plate. That will send Sloan down to third. Schick down to second. And Rising over at first.
Now bring up Briley McIntosh, her first plate appearance if she replaced Sloan earlier in the game.
Miss on the outside for ball one. Ellen Napier on deck. Just one out here with the bases loaded for the Lady Pirates.
Briley looking for her first hit on the season.
12-7 now is your score. Powell County with the lead and up at the plate. Here's the pitch. Right back to the pitcher. They're going to throw it over to first.
Emma, go!
Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there now. Get back there. She's good as long as she stays there. So Emma stayed at first.
Yeah, McIntosh grounds out.
We're going to talk about it, but
for out number one.
Who's it? Schick is now at third.
I don't know where she's going. Where's she going?
She's out at first.
Yeah.
Here's what the call should be. Emma Riley should be safe at first base.
Correct.
She was off the bag. They tagged. Riley was forced out at first base.
Yes.
So she got back to the bag. So it is correct with Emma there.
I would agree. Runners on the
But
corners.
the officials are going to make sure that was she got off the bag, got back to the bag. So I think she's good. But they might have seen something different.
I love the fact that actually they're having that conversation, right? Let's make sure we get it right.
Better than just making an assumption.
Yeah.
That's the wrong call.
That's it. That's going to do it. That'll be it.
She comes off, she can go back. It's the wrong call.
So that's it. 13-7. We'll take a quick break and be right back as it'll be the top of the fifth.
Powell County CSEP Director Kevin Babcock wants you to be prepared.
Like the Lady Pirates and Pirates, we train for success. Do you know your zone? Do you have an emergency plan? Be prepared. Have a disaster kit with water, non-perishable foods, clothes, toiletries, and anything else you may need. For information on how to prepare for an incident, stop by the Emergency Operations Center here in Stanton or contact the local CSEP office at 606-663-7560.
Toyota South in Richmond is moving forward. Family owned and operated since 1915. Meet General Manager Charlie Johnson.
As a native of Powell County, I would like to personally invite you to take the short drive to Toyota South in Richmond. Between Toyota South and our 5 other dealerships, we keep around 600 used cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles. So, regardless of what you're looking for in a used vehicle, chances are we have it, and as General Manager of Toyota South, I will make your short drive well worth your time. Come see me soon at Toyota South in Richmond.
Toyota South in Richmond. Online at toyotasouth.com or call their friendly staff at 877-605-4326.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back. We're still trying to figure out. We're going to say we have 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. The way the play was played out, the force was taken off when they tagged the bag. I think they got a mistake with the umpire. But that's, like I said, it's understandable. So it had to be a tag play on Rising, but there was no tag. Therefore, that's why I was confused about the out. We should make the run counting for the Pirates.
Correct. I feel like if anything, Sloan actually may have come across the plate before they even made the throw over to first for the second out.
If you would have got Rising out first, then the play back to first to get McIntosh on a true double play, then the run does not count. But if that runner force happened before the tag, the run will count. So
we'll see what's going to happen.
At least
see if that's
my take.
13-7 is what we're showing on the scoreboard. Now coming up to the plate for Buckhorn. Is this number 42 here?
This is
Is this Caitlin Campbell? I want to make sure
this
that
is Campbell.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we're in the right one here.
I just asked a question.
So we have the number 9, 1, and 2 hitters coming up to the plate here for Buckhorn.
And Campbell,
Turner, and Blank.
Out in her 2 appearances.
Here's the pitch. It'll be a ball. No, actually, it's 33. It's 33. Emily Sandlin is in. I didn't think that was Campbell. Emily Sandlin. A miss on the outside for ball 2. Lady Pirates leading 13-7 here at the top of the 5th. Buckhorn up at the plate. Here's the pitch. Grounded to second base. Nice job by Kirk for the 4-3 ground out for out number 1. That'll bring up Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner up at the plate now, the leadoff hitter. Grounded out her first 2 plate appearances and it had a single, the eventual run scored. On the mound for the Lady Pirates, Kylie Schick. Here comes the pitch to Turner. Be on the inside, will miss for ball 1.
It'll be the first time that the top 5 have seen Schick in the game.
Comes the 1-0. Going to miss. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes to Turner. 1 out, top of the 5th. Get Buckhorn trailing by 6, 13-7. Lady Pirates ended up winning the first match early in the season, 18-4. Bottle came out of the dugout. We've had all kinds of miscellaneous stoppages, haven't we? For things like that, whether it was the ball came out of the dugout, the bottle came out. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Haley Blank on deck, the shortstop. Number 2 hitter in the lineup. As we're back up the top of the order. 2-1. Down the dirt, making it 3-1.
All right, Kylie, don't want to lose her here.
Yep.
Get leadoff out. We need to get the top. Please not walk anybody.
The last time they got the leadoff out in an inning, usually the next player came in and got on the base, and in some respects a run scored, and she'll give up the walk. So Turner down to first. That'll bring up Haley Blank.
That's her second walk with the contest so far for Kylie.
So Blank with a double, a run scored. reached on an error
this,
and a run
this
scored.
is the player that's caused some damage.
Yeah, and a single and a run scored.
He's got three,
Yeah,
right?
She does. All 3 plate appearances, she's been able to come across home plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. On deck, Reagan Mayhew, the pitcher. 0-1 the count to blank.
See where the sun is on the girls' games, right?
Yeah. Here's the pitch. Runner goes right up the middle. Could be 2. Nice job if they get 1, and not quite there. Nice attempt that time. Ella Napier will get the unassisted out at second for out number 2, and then Blank will be able to reach on that fielder's choice.
Get Mayhew again, been a thorn on the Pirates. She did strike out last time, but a base on the wild pitch. Other two times up was a double and a walk.
Here's the pitch. There's a called strike. Throw down to second and out.
Here to there.
Yeah, nice job by Eplin to make the throw, and a good tag by Napier. As they'll basically go 3 up and 3 down, with the pitcher will come back up at the plate at the top of the 6th. Lady Pirates leading 13-7. We'll take another break.
Thinking about buying your first home? Maybe it's time for a remodel or a new investment property. This is Diane Meadows. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Stanton. With personalized service and local expertise, I am here to help you explore the options that make the most sense for you now and for the future. Call me at 606-663-3618 today, and let's make your dreams a reality. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The Candle Hutch Gifts and More is your local shop for unique and fantastic smelling country and upscale items. They carry all the scents of quality candleberry candles, meaningful dim deco willow tree figurines for any occasion, and a quality selection of helium balloons. With frequent sales, new items, and friendly, helpful staff, the Candle Hutch will soon be a frequent stop for you and the family. The Candle Hutch is located in the Stanton Ace Plaza on East College Avenue in Stanton, or call them to pre-order at 606-424-2154.
You're listening to PCSN.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School with softball action here tonight. Again, it is the Lady Pirates taking on Buckhorn, and the score at the end of, or at the top of the 5th inning is Powell County 13, Buckhorn 7. Powell County coming to bat. Ellen Napier will lead things off. Azalea Strange and Maddie Kincaid will be up for the Pirates.
So Lady Pirates with that 6-run lead here. The bottom of the 5th. Felt like things were going by fairly quickly right early on. Kind of the pace is slowed just a little bit here. Has a glove or something there.
Ellen Napier coming up tonight. She is 3 for 3 on the night, a single, double, and triple. Or 2 singles and a triple.
Yeah, that's what I have. 2 singles and a triple. A couple of RBIs.
I am way early on that one. Got a little bit of change up. That's okay. Good cut on the first pitch.
Scored 3 runs as well.
Yes. Good base run tonight by Ella, too. Just want to make sure I mention that.
0-1 is the count. Azalea Strange on deck, followed by Maddie Kincaid. Here's the pitch. Kind of jammed her, but she fought that one off.
Kind of like Presley
Foul.
Eplin swinging at that pitch that there's no way you can hit. I mean, you can't keep it fair if you do,
Yeah,
right?
kind of in on the hands just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just got around and pulled it foul.
And normally she is a whole lot more selective than that at the plate. That pitch just kept running in on her hands.
0-2.
Brody's still trying to figure out that play at first last time.
Here's the pitch down in the dirt for ball 1. Any updates on the Pirates?
Oh, no. I guess I could check with Scott. Or
0-2, just curious.
Yeah, I could check.
It's going to be out of play. Foul ball.
Nope.
No, it's not. Oh.
New life.
Yep. Almost a catch that time by Lila Wooten. When it first hit, I thought it was going to be well foul, but she will stay alive.
Since I mentioned Scott, I would like to thank him yesterday for helping me get my lawnmower out of the ditch. Caught him up with the game started yesterday. He's come over, brought the chain. Yeah.
1 and 2 is the count.
Not a bad guy all the time.
You sure you want to attempt it, even trying to mow your grass tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. I do. We're getting along.
There's a shot.
Could be, might be.
And it's deep and
off the top of the fence.
Yep. She could probably go to 3, and she will. The throw will come in, and she'll have a stand-up triple. There's a shot.
Could be, might be.
She come in.
Just missed it.
Literally off of the top of the fence. Nice leadoff triple, though, for Ella Napier. She's reached all 4 at-bats. Now Zaylee Strange, she's been on base all 3 times as well. Come across the plate twice. Reached on an error, run scored. Hit by a pitch and a run scored. And then had a single and an RBI. First pitch swing for a strike.
Oh, it's a family tradition. Scott told
And
me
a foul ball.
Phillip gets in ditches about 3 times every mowing season. So, you know, it's got to pull him out sometimes too.
Oh,
he's like the guru of
listen,
mowing, right?
Up at Bowen, we had a funny story as well. Lawnmower got stuck, truck got stuck, another truck almost got stuck. We'll be out of play.
All pulling a mower out, right?
All to pull a mower out. Yeah.
Well, I think it was just a lot wetter. The ground was a lot wetter than I thought it would still be.
True,
yesterday.
and that's what they even realized.
Well, I didn't realize the ground was that soft.
0-2. I mean, it's been nothing but rain. We've not had a chance to even dry out. Here's the 0-2. There's a shot. It's going to drop.
Yes.
And it will. Yeah. She'll get the single and the RBI. Nice job by Zaylee Strange. Ella Napier will come across. She's going to score all 4 times that she's been up the plate.
That's her 3rd RBI of the night. I think she has driven in Ella every time. We'll get a runner in for Zaylee.
Trade out what? Pinch runner or something? What
I don't
are
know.
they doing?
Yes.
And they will get a pinch runner.
Like be Witt.
And Zaylee Strange will come out with a courtesy runner.
Pinch runner.
Pinch runner, excuse me.
So she can still re-enter as a 3rd baseman, but going to get a runner in for her, I believe.
Maddie Kincaid stepping up to the plate, the number 5 hitter in the lineup, the left fielder for the Lady Pirates. (14-7) is your score. Lady Pirates with that 7-run lead here. Bottom of the 5th. Squaring around like she's going to bunt. Instead, she's going to pull it out and take a swing and miss. And strike 1. Here's the pitch. The grounder down to 3rd. Throw over to 1st, and she's going to get there safely.
And beat that out. The base hit. Wasn't no bobble anywhere, was there?
No. See her make contact and get out on first base. So runner now at 1st and 2nd. Coming up to the plate, Marty Kirk.
And she is 3 for 3 on the night.
Yeah. Couple of runs scored.
Just missed
RBI.
that one.
Strike 1 on a swing and a miss. Taylor Sloan on deck. See if Lady Pirates can get some runs across. How about 3 of them? Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a foul ball for strike 2. Four runs, 3 runs, 2 runs, 1 run for the Lady Pirates. Great offensive performance here for the collective. Stay off of that one on a high pitch for ball 1.
with a chance here to have a really big inning. Actually, Kirk gets on, she could be the winning run or the ending run.
True.
But
so look at that pitch that was well on the outside and going to get the strikeout. Out number 1. That's just the 2nd strikeout, 3rd strikeout recorded.
Yeah, I had no business swinging at that one, but
no, well,
she was being aggressive. I'm okay with that. I'd rather see him swing at the strike out than look at a good pitch go by.
First pitch to Taylor Sloan is a ball down in the dirt. Reached on 2 errors, stranded at second and first, and
a double.
A double with a run scored. Down to the shortstop. Going to get the force at third. So that'll be out number 2. It's the 6-5 fielder's choice. Kincaid will go down to second, Sloan to first. That'll bring up Presley Eplin with 2 outs. It's going to be high for ball 1. Eplin struck out, reached on an error, and then popped one up for an out. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1 is the count. She gets on base. Kylie Schick is on deck. Reagan Mayhew, the pitcher for Lady Wildcats of Buckhorn. Ground to the shortstop. Long throw over to first, and they'll get the out on the 6-3 ground out.
What started off? Nice inning.
Yeah. Lady Pirates will get 1 run across. A lead 14-7. We'll take a break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
The Powell County Sports Network would like to thank their sponsors and encourage you to choose businesses and organizations that support the broadcast of our young athletes, including our platinum sponsors, Uniquely Kentucky, Whitaker Bank, and Just Know You're Taken Care Of Wherever Life Takes You, CG Bank. Our gold sponsors, Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital, Friends and Family Caring for Friends and Family, Powell County CSEP, encouraging you to be prepared and have an emergency plan. Appalachian Wireless, better service, bigger savings. Our silver sponsors, Hearn Funeral Home since 1939. Clark Regional Medical Center, care closer to home. Toyota South, exceptional customer service since 1915. Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, quality care that offers recovery and hope. Stanton Ace Hardware, the helpful place. Powell County Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Our bronze sponsors, security and control from anywhere. Protect Security and Fire Systems, people serving people since 1912. People's Exchange Bank, helping families connect, honor, and remember. Wells Funeral Home, new items in stock. Allen's Hardware in Clay City, gifts and more. The Candle Hutch, U.S.-based GTX Manufacturing. They love pirate sports, so let's love them back.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School with softball action. Dave Faulkner along with Ken Simon, Ethan and Katie Moore to our left with the videographer and moral support. And she's the boss.
She was the rain saver.
Rain, yeah, she saw it on her radar when I felt a raindrop on my arm and pulled up. Looked like a pretty good blob coming, but it was just a light sprinkle.
All right, I'm impressed with your screensaver there.
Well, no, it's not. Actually, we're trying to find out the baseball stats with Austin P. Eastern tonight. But
okay,
it just kind of froze up.
All right, well, that's still kind of like
it would be
though.
it would be a good screensaver.
Yeah, it would be.
It would be.
Yeah.
I agree.
Now stepping up to the plate, it will be Reagan Mayhew, the pitcher for Buckhorn. First pitch is a ball. Number 3, 4, 5 hitters in the lineup. Here's the pitch. High pop fly. Eplin's going to try and get it, and going to trip and won't be able to make the catch, but good hustle.
That's a ball where Zaley's got to take charge of that one. That's a hard catch for the catcher to make. I think Zaley's got to take charge of that play and come get
Call it. 1-1 is the count to
Just my
Mayhew.
opinion.
In the number 3 hitter, followed by Lila Wooten and Hayden Owens. Here comes the pitch from Schick. Right to Zaley. Strange throw over to first. Easy
See,
play.
it was just meant for Zaley to get her out. That's just what it was.
That was the first time that Mayhew didn't get on base. Now coming up, number 17, the first baseman, Lila Wooten. She's walked twice and hit by a pitch, but scored 2 runs. Here's the pitch down in the dirt. Ball 1.
These next 2 hitters are still 2 of the hitters that have not seen Kylie Schick as of yet. So they've seen her from the dugout perspective, but not live.
And neither have Mayhew. Is that correct?
That's correct. After Owens, it'll be the order when she came in.
It'll be ball 2-0 now the count to Lila Wooten. The Powell County Lady Pirates leading 14-7 over the Buckhorn Lady Wildcats. Here in the top of the sixth. 2-0 count to Wooten. It'll be high for ball 3, 3-0.
Kylie bring it all the way back. See if we can close this out.
Fastball right down the middle, right? That's what you're looking for.
She hits it out, she hits it out.
And give up the walk.
She probably had more command issues than I've seen thus far in her couple outings that we have seen. But when you look at the raw numbers overall through the season, she has walked quite a few people, but her strikeout total is really sensational for the young Lady Pirate. But none of that so far.
Aiden Owens up at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike one. Reached on the fielder's choice. Hit down that third base side and then a double where she was eventually stranded over at third. Here's the 0-1. Down in the dirt again. And easily the runner will advance. So Wooten will go down to second.
Yeah, Zaley and Ella have been really tested now. They have both done a fantastic job on the defensive side. And then Taylor Sloan over at first base has made a couple nice picks as well.
1-1 strike now to Owens, with one out. Let me high for ball 2. 2-1 with the runner over at second. If you're a Buckhorn fan, you definitely need as many runs as you can get here. Your opportunities are dwindling. Foul ball out of play. Make the count 2-2. What if you're a kid over there on the ball field and all of a sudden you get that ball and take off running?
I'd charge you $8. If I could catch you, I couldn't catch you.
Then you have the player that's chasing after him. Give me that ball.
Yep.
Right back to the pitcher. Throw over to first. Easy out for the 1-3. Right back to the pitcher for out number 2. That will send Wooten down to third.
Be nice to have a clean inning and back-to-back innings it'll be for the Pirates.
So bring up Haley Stidham, the left fielder.
So what happened down in the dugout?
I'm not sure.
Oh, more softballs.
Struck out, had a single and RBI, and then a ground out. So 1 for 3. It's 2 outs. Runner at third. Stidham, the number 6 hitter in the lineup tonight. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. It's probably one of the best pitches that she's actually thrown. Just
she had
to
some
lead
good
off.
zip on that one.
Yep. It's right down the middle. You're
This
right.
player
Little zip.
did bad against her last time, ground out to shortstop.
Just had a little bit behind that one. Right down the middle. Here's the pitch. Beat down on the dirt. Even the count at 1-1. She gets on base. Macy Fields on deck.
That's a big.
Here's the pitch. Fly ball to left field. And it's going to be caught. Nice job by the left fielder, Maddie Kincaid, to make the play.
Came a long way with that one.
So the fly out to left field for out number 3. We'll step aside here, come back for the bottom of the 6th. Powell County Lady Pirates leading 14-7.
Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County, a service of Markham and Wallace Memorial Hospital, is personal primary care for you and your family. Receive the best care from highly trained physician Dr. Julie Kennan and family nurse practitioners Sandra McCoy and Felicia Estes right here in your community. Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County, located on Irvin Road in Clay City, is convenient primary care with same-day appointments. Call 606-663-2153 to schedule your appointment today. New patients are being accepted. Trust Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County. Friends and family caring for friends and family.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your proudly served years at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School for softball action here tonight. It is 14-7 in the bottom of the Wildcats, and it will be and Briley McIntosh up for the Lady Pirates. Ella Napier waiting, try to see if she can go maybe 5 for 5 on the night. Already set the career record for home runs here at Powell County, only a sophomore.
The pitch, swing, and a miss by Schick.
Drop those hands. Kylie, keep those hands up.
She's done that a couple of times on those pitches, right?
Got to remember, though, she is a young one.
Yep. There's several others, right? Oh, there's a high pop fly to left center field. It's going to go deep, and it's going to get close to the fence. Yep. And she'll get the stand-up double.
And how easy was that contact? That was just a high pop-up, and it almost carried out of here.
Yeah.
It shows you the strength of the young lady. Again, only a 7th grader. Future is very bright for Kylie Schick.
Now coming up to the plate, Emma Risen.
Sophomore.
A double, a single, a walk, and gonna pop one up.
And I still don't know how we're hitting those pitches.
Well, that's
we've not been successful hitting them, but I'm just saying we're making contact. And
it's twice, though, that she's hit it right to the third baseman. Easy play for Hayden Owens down there. Pitch on the inside. And easily Schick will go down to third on the ball that got away there. Riley McIntosh up at the plate. 1-0 pitch. Making it 2-0. On deck, Ella Napier.
I would think they definitely have the stop sign on Kylie at third. You just can't afford to risk your pitcher getting hurt.
Yeah, she's not going anywhere unless it's a base hit, right?
Don't think she should, no, in my opinion. Just me.
Here's the pitch. Going to be a called strike. 2-1 now to Briley McIntosh. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss right underneath it. 2-2. She could have kept that swing just a little bit more level. Said she swung underneath it. 2-2 now the count with one out. Runner at third for the Lady Pirates here in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, she could have just straightened that one out. Said it's going to be foul down the first base line.
But you're staying alive.
Yeah, count remains 2-2.
Fight off those ones that you might not be able to handle the best and get you another one.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Briley McIntosh. The pitch. Oh, I'll foul that one off again down the first base line. Staying alive, making some good cuts, just not in the field of play. Count remains 2-2. Here's the pitch from Mayhew. The grounder to first. Gonna get there. Oh, safe. She's safe. Out.
She can't be out. She can't be out by rule. She tagged the orange bag. The orange bag is not the fielder's bag.
Yeah,
so by rule, you can't be out.
Well, they missed her in general because they didn't touch the bag and then they tossed the ball. Well, let's just say that the run will score.
Run scored.
So, you know.
She is safe at first. That's a good call.
As she should be.
Again, when the fielder goes back and touches the bag, the bag is runner's only bag. The front bag is the only one you can really go to if you're a fielder. So beauty of the double base, right?
Yep. Again, I think they probably could have had her had they just touched the bag. Instead, they
touched it wrong. I mean, obviously it's the base extended,
well, she
but
tossed it to her though. I'm saying had she held on to it and just touched,
and touch back.
I think she may have gotten her. Instead, she made that toss, and at that point, it was off the mark. Ella Napier up at the plate. I'll make it 2-0.
Again, 4 for 4 on the night.
We
I think she got
home
the
run.
green light right here.
2-0.
You know, I don't have to have a home run. I like to see her go 5 for 5 though. Be kind of cool.
Oh, 100%. I'm saying at that point though, get the home run. You've had a single, double, triple.
But
and she got hit. That one hurt.
Got her in a bad spot. She's
so
okay.
We'll send McIntosh down to second.
Now, see, Zaley put one out there in the green in the gapper. She's fine.
At that point, she'd rather hit for sure, right? Zaley Strange coming up to the plate for the Lady Pirates. She's had a good night as well. A couple of runs scored, a couple of RBIs, 3 RBIs actually. First pitch, pull it foul for strike 1. The Lady Pirates leading 15-7, bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, Ella's still feeling that ankle just a touch.
Yeah, that hurts.
Yes, it does. The thing I always didn't want to ever say was it does hurt. I didn't agree with them because they do hurt, but you guys say nah, so you're okay.
You're right. Yeah, it's a mental thing, right?
Mental,
yeah. You're okay.
You're fine.
There's a grounder right back to the pitcher, and they'll get out number 2 on the 1-3 ground out. But the runners will advance. McIntosh down to third, Napier to second.
Base hit of any length at all by Maddie right here will end this one.
There's the pitch. And it's going to be right to the third baseman.
Or we could hit that one.
Switch today and experience better coverage. Switch today and experience